I sometimes think as I get older, I think about like the ways that they taught us the government worked in school, and then the realities, and I go like, why did they teach us that first version ever? I mean, it really is like it's like a Santa Claus type. Like, do you remember when you thought, like I remember when I was a kid, they talked about freedom of speech, and you're like, freedom of speech, that means say whatever you want, whenever you want. And then you got in high school, and then they go, actually, asterisk. My teacher once said, you've heard the phrase maybe, your freedom to wave your fist stops at the tip of my nose, which is it's a very delicate way of saying careful criticizing the Jews. Do you remember when you thought judges were impartial? Do you remember? I remember. And then one day, I swear, it was like 8th grade or something, your teacher was like, well, there's Democrat judges and Republican judges. You're like, what the fuck? That doesn't make sense. That's like saying there's a ruler, and one side measures things in inches, and the other side says how long you're allowed to be before you can't be aborted. It's so... I still can't believe that fucking, oh, what's his name? What's the Supreme Court justice that they caught him getting the vacations? Clarence Thomas. He was getting all these donations from some billionaire. Harlan Crow. Yeah, of course, bow tie guy. And Harlan Crow. I was with him this afternoon. But yes, you said the Nazi guy, and here's why people say that, because they found at one of Harlan Crow's many mansions, he had one room that was filled with Nazi memorabilia. And let me just say this, and I say this as a Jew. I'm okay with one Nazi memorabilia. Have you ever seen a Hitler dollar? They're fascinating. They're like our money, but obviously with a different white supremacist. And what I enjoy about the joke is it works in England, it works in Australia, it works in Canada. I think it's like you have one historical, but you have enough to play a game of Nazi Monopoly. But I also, at the same time, I don't think it's fair to say that if you have Nazi memorabilia, that means you inherently are a Nazi. And just hear me out for 1 second. Bill Cosby. And I know, just wait a second. Bill Cosby, not a lot of people know this, but when he turned 77 years old, he filmed a special for Netflix called 77. He filmed it. It was edited. It was going to be released. There were previews, so they were going to release it Thanksgiving weekend, so you could watch it with the family. And then obviously all the accusations kind of all bubbled up, and the criticism, and basically Netflix they dropped it. They did not release the special 77. Now, I'm not saying I have a copy of 77 on my computer. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if I did, it wouldn't mean that I'm a predator or that I condone Bill Cosby. It's just I'm a comedian, and I admire the craft, and there's a fascination. So all I would just say in the same way, these people that have Nazi memorabilia, it doesn't mean they are a Nazi. It just means they're a fan of Hitler's work.